Yabona ukuchitha isikhathi nabaqeqeshi kwezamabhizinisi kuyinto emqoka kakhulu kosomabhizinisi bethu ke. Phela khumbula, umqeqeshi umuntu wangaphandle yena ke ozimele. Ake sibone ukuthi i-coaching session yethu ihambe kanjani nosomabhizinisi.
The challenges that we're facing right now is to get the right people in the right places. For example, for our production management, we're going into Pick and Pay now, which is going to be over 300 stores.
You're sitting in a position where the business is growing very rapidly. And I know that, again, you are a family woman.
Yes.
Now, you need to understand that it's now going to get even a little bit more difficult to spend time with family. Normally, especially with emerging entrepreneurs, when the business grows and that, the family starts suffering and that, and the minute the suffering in the family becomes critical and that, it starts impacting very negatively on the business.
Currently, I have like 2 more permanent employees, including myself, so we are 3. And I've got agents and promoters. However, we do need manpower in the office.
You need to get people that fit into the culture of the organization. Don't try to sort of make the culture to adopt people. You need to get people that are going to fit into the culture of the organization, and because that is the most important thing.
Making moves. Portia, you've done your coaching session. Do you agree with everything that Lucas had to say?
Yes, I do. The advice was quite enlightening, especially as far as our suppliers are concerned, that we need to vet them and make sure that they've got quality management systems in place so that we don't end up running out of stock because of delays coming from their side.
Lucas, your general assessment of the business?
Look, the business to me seems to be growing, but with every entrepreneur and that is the business that started with 16 customers, and she's sitting on 300 stores that she needs to supply. The biggest problem you start sitting with is you were used in supplying this much stock, and now you've got a whole country of stock to supply, and that one of the problems that are coming out with that is now where does she manufacture? If she's manufacturing in Johannesburg and that, how long does it take for the product to get to Cape Town and that managing of her stock levels at the stores and that becomes now critical.
What interventions have you suggested?
You see now what it does, Pepsi, again, it now brings in the issue of logistics as well. And she's not a logistics company, and now she has to manage logistics and that. But the biggest thing that is a critical problem for her and that is that she hasn't capacitated the business in terms of manpower. So she's still sitting and scared to bring people in the business because if I bring people in the business, there's money to go out and that. So she's working in the business instead of managing the business. Now, what is going to happen in that case is she doesn't have time anymore. She has to do the books, she has to do the invoicing, she has to do the stock management and that, and it's becoming a problem. So one of the first things I said she needs to do is to capacitate the business. So she needs to get the core team in the business, building that culture in the organization and that, and it has to be people with experience. Normally, entrepreneurs at that stage, they go for people that are less experienced because I'll spend a little bit less money on them, but it is now fatal if you do that because you need people that are going to be able to build that organization, to build the culture, to build the systems in the organization, and then she can be able to grow that business.
Okay,
yes.
And are you in agreement with the advice?
I am in agreement with that. Hence, as far as manufacturing is concerned, we've taken a step to apply for grants at the DTI so that we can have our own manufacturing plant, which will give us more control on our business. So, yeah, I've taken that very seriously.
Congratulations. You've got a fantastic opportunity, but you have to make it work, because if you don't make it work, all the other black women standing behind you, who are also going to have similar opportunities in the future, are going to battle to get into these big retail stores because they're going to say, I want to get Portia Omong, how about delivery? So it's your responsibility to go and open a door for other black women. So no pressure.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for coming on to the show.
Thank you very much.
I love this subject and I wish we could spend more time talking about it.
Thank you.
Okay. Ha re ke re o bona hore na coaching session ya Dr. Tumelo yona